Have you ever wanted a magical pill to help you perform better in the gym? Well, in this video, we're going to talk about exactly that. And by the end of the video, you're going to find out what it is, what it does, and how it can benefit you. It's been backed by science through multiple clinical trials. It's backed by elite level athletes like Josh Bridges, Amanda Barnhart, Danielle Brandon, and a whole bunch of other athletes that don't really talk about it because their other supplement sponsors might get a little upset. But we won't call anyone out on this video. Stick around to the end of the video where I share a pro tip on how you can get maximum benefit by taking these magical pills every single day to help you perform better, recover faster, and live healthier. So let's dive right into the video. Hey guys, my name's Mike Behrens, and we're going to talk about the Extreme Endurance from Xendurance today. I want to give you a quick overview of what it is, what it does, how it's going to benefit you, break down some of the things that have been proven by Xendurance through multiple clinical trials to make this product so effective. So before we talk about the Extreme Endurance and dive into what it does, you need to have a quick little backstory of where this product came from. This product was actually created by the founder of Xendurance to help athletes perform better. He wanted to figure out a way to buffer lactic acid, so they started working on this product, they created it, and it worked. And boy, did it ever work. It was a game changer for elite level athletes. It was a game changer for all kinds of athletes. I know that game changer phrase is very cliche, but it was legit. One of the things that has happened over the course of the years that this product has existed is it works so well that people don't want to talk about it. The product of Extreme Endurance is the flagship of Xendurance. It's the backbone of the company. It's what the company's been built on because it just works. You know, I talked about a magical pill at the intro of this video. It is magical. It's backed by science, but it seems too good to be true. When I start talking about all the benefits and all the results and all the proven clinical studies that happen, this product does sound too good to be true, but when you try it, you believe it and you don't want to come off of it. If you ever do, then you know for sure that this product works because you definitely notice a difference if you ever come off of it. So how does it help you? What does it do? The Extreme Endurance was designed to help you perform better as an athlete, to help you perform better in the gym, to get more out of your workouts, to recover faster. Tested and proven to do that multiple times. One of the key factors that really sets this product apart is it buffers lactic acid. Now, if you're not familiar with lactic acid, that's what happens when you're working out. You start to build up, your muscles get tired, you gas out a little bit at the end of a workout. It's because lactic acid is building up in those muscles, which then equates to that soreness that you have the next day or the day after. So the Extreme Endurance has actually been clinically proven to reduce lactic acid by 26%. So think about that. 26% less buildup of lactic acid, so you can push harder and do more during your workouts, which is going to hopefully make you a better athlete, right? Then 26% less lactic acid buildup, so 26% less sore the next day and the day after. I don't know who wants to be sore. I don't like to be sore. Just that alone is great for an athlete to not be as sore and not have as much lactic acid buildup for the soreness the days after. But as you're performing, you want to push to the last second that you can, right? You want to, if you're running a mile and you want to push through that end of that mile, you're going to kick for the last 100 to 200 meters. Everybody's always seen it, the runners in the Olympics where they do their kick, but then they die in the last second, right? Like they just don't make it to the finish line because their legs give out and they can't push through. Well, the Extreme Endurance helps buffer that by 26%. So you're going to be able to push at your top speed for a longer period of time in a race or in the gym. If you're repping out doing some reps or something like that, you're going to be able to push that for a longer period of time too. So that's the lactic acid part of this and how Extreme Endurance buffers lactic acid by 26%. Well, not only that, it reduces CK levels by 6 times. So CK levels measures the muscle damage that happens when you're working out. So obviously when you're working out, you're beating up your body, you're tearing down your muscles so that they can rebuild themselves stronger or bigger or whatever the training regimen is. The Extreme Endurance helps reduce that by 6 times. From a recovery perspective, that's huge because you're not digging yourself in as big of a hole. Whereas with a normal workout when you're not taking Extreme Endurance, you're going to start working out and then you're going to dig yourself in a hole, and then when you get done working out, you got to dig yourself back out of that hole so that you can recover and get back to your baseline, right? Well, with the Extreme Endurance, you still start at your baseline, but that hole, instead of digging all the way down here, you're only going to dig maybe here because it's a reduction of the damage that's happening to those muscles. So then you can come out of that hole faster and recover faster after the workout, which is huge from a performance perspective, especially if you're a serious athlete, or even if you're just going to the gym, 3-4 days a week. You want to recover because you got life to live outside of the gym too, right? So making sure that you're recovering consistently is super, super important. Another one that is a performance thing that most people don't necessarily know exactly what it is extreme endurance can help increase your Vo2 Max. Again, most people have probably heard of Vo2 Max, but don't exactly know what it is. But most people know well enough to know that an increased Vo2 Max means they're going to do better in whatever it is that they're doing and perform it. Vo2 Max is the way that your body utilizes oxygen that it takes in, right? So think about it. If you've ever been to a casino where they're pumping oxygen in to help you feel better and to help you feel happier and stay and play the slots and do all the things at the casino. And so think about extreme endurance doing that and taking the oxygen into your body and making it so that you can better utilize that oxygen that's coming in so that you feel happier, so that you can perform better, so that you can do more with an increased VO2. So those are things that as an athlete, you are at a disadvantage if you are not on these products. If you have a competition coming up or anything like that, this will make a big difference, and it works as fast as, 3 to 4 days. So the extreme endurance is a game changer. Here it is again, a game changer. Cliche, I know, but it really is when it comes to performance. But that isn't even the most important thing about extreme endurance from a long-term health and wellness perspective. Through the testing, we've been able to show that extreme endurance helps reduce oxidative stress by 39%. Oxo what? Yeah, exactly. Most people have no idea what I'm talking about when I say oxidative stress. So let me give you a quick example of what I mean when I talk about oxidative stress. If you have an apple, okay? You have an apple, you cut it in half, looks great, you're ready to eat it, you start eating it, it's awesome. Maybe you get distracted, you come back to that apple a little bit later, and it started to brown. That's oxidation that's happening, right? So that apple now looks less appetizing. If you let that apple sit long enough, it's going to get rotten because oxidative stress continues to happen to that apple. So now take that same thought and think of that apple as the cells in our bodies, right? And so as you're performing, as you're working out, as the environmental factors come in, as the food we eat comes in, and all the inflammation that happens in our bodies and the free radical damage that happens in our bodies, what that does is that attacks our cells. And so then that free radical damage will then attack the cell, start to deteriorate it, start to break it down, which is oxidative stress. So if your cells are getting broken down, that's not a good thing, right? And the extreme endurance helps reduce that by 39%. And if 6th or 7th grade science has taught you anything, the cells in your body, they're kind of important to long-term health and wellness. I don't know, maybe we should take care of them. The extreme endurance can help us perform better, can help us recover faster, but can also help us live healthier every single day with that reduction in oxidative stress and the support that it has in our cells. So those things are huge from a performance perspective, a living healthier perspective. And if you never take another supplement from Xendurance, never take another supplement in general, the extreme endurance from Xendurance is really going to change the way that you work out, change the way that you live, because it works so well. So that idea of a magic pill, it's not technically magic, but it works like magic. It's backed by science. You can test it for yourself. Check the link in the description. You can buy some extreme endurance, try it yourself. There's tests that you can take that are available to see if this works. There's a rowing challenge that you can do. I'll link to it in the description, that you can see where you row for 4 rounds of 1 minute on, 1 minute off, and then start taking extreme endurance and then retest it the following week, so you can prove to yourself that this product is actually working. And if you don't like it, if it doesn't work for you, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. So you got nothing to lose. Pro tip with the extreme endurance: it's 3 pills that you take, 3 in the morning, 3 in the evening. You take 3 tablets, and that's how the product works. And so here's your pro tip when taking this product, specifically for those of you who have a competition coming up or are an elite athlete that are interested in maximizing your performance at those competitions and the different things that you're doing. instead of taking 3 in the morning, 3 in the evening, a couple days beforehand, start taking 4 in the morning and 4 in the evening, and then carry that throughout the competition until a day after the event. So if you have a 1-day competition, do it, 3 or 4 days ahead of time, start taking 4 and 4, and then the day after the competition, take 4 and 4, and then you can go back to your regular dose of 3 and 3. So that's what makes the Extreme Endurance such an impactful product. If you want to try it, check my affiliate link in the description and subscribe to this channel for more on how you can perform better, recover faster, and live healthier.